Don't imagine a blue apple. What did you guys think before? Usually apple is red, but you probably thought of a blue apple. Likewise, when something flies at us, we usually bend our body or raise our hand subconsciously for defending that. When we hear something, we think that automatically. So why were you thinking about blue apple? This is a kind of subconscious process in your head. At first, think an apple in your head and put blue color on an apple. And finally think, I won't think of blue apple. Anyway, you already thought of a blue apple in your head, even though I said, don't imagine a blue apple. In other words, we can't control our subconscious easily. Believe it or not, by mixing psychology and love, they can produce wonderful magic. So that's why many people have studied about these two things. Actually, love is pretty related to psychology. If you know how love is related to psychology, and it will be easier to understand how they work together. Can you guys notice how good these people feel in these pictures? Can you guys notice? If you can notice that, please start looking for a partner. You might not ready for love. Single is better for you forever.
Like you.
There are many ways to check for checking a good feeling using behavioral psychology. At first, we lean towards the table on our arms like that. But on the other hand, if we don't have a good feeling for someone, we tend to lean our body backwards and like dislike. Second, look at her lips. If we like someone, we lick our lips like that. Because when we like someone, we might feel nervous. So our lips become dry. So we lick our lips to make them wet. Third, we touch the table frequently. Because when we like someone, we want to eliminate any obstructions between us. And fourth, keep an eye on woman's needs. FBI Special Agent Joe Never said, the lower body is the best clue for reading someone's mind. If someone's knees pointed at you, and that can be clue that they have feelings for you. So you guys have feelings for me. Maybe majority of people in here might think, oh, it's pretty good, it's wonderful, it's wonderful until now, but how? How can I mix psychology with love? You guys have to concentrate on me more. Rapport is such an unfamiliar word for you. It means a close relationship. If we establish a rapport with someone, it is so good for not only being close with someone, but also meeting new people. Actually, love psychology is based on cold reading. It's not accustomed to everyone. It means good communication for opening someone's mind. It can be helpful for everything: love, business, friendship, and so on. Maybe some of you can't believe the power of cold reading. So let's play a game. There are two boxes. A box on my right hand, B box on my left hand. If you guys had to choose in the moment, which box will you choose? People who choose A box, please raise your hand. People who choose B box, please raise your hand. People who choose A box, are you sure? Are you sure? Okay. I intended you guys to choose B box using simple implication. Usually, success rate of this game is 70% to 80%, but it didn't work today. I mentioned a blue apple before, so you guys might realize we can't control our subconscious easily. So, but there are some skills can move someone's subconsciousness. Mirroring is simple, easy, popular way for establishing a rapport with someone. The principle is also simple. Just imitate someone's behavior naturally. And then they can feel relaxed with you, and they can relax with you, and they can establish a rapport with you. But be careful when you mimic someone's behavior. Do not exaggerate. Can you do something now? Anything. Behavior. How was your feeling?
Oh, shy.
Usually, when they notice that I emulate their behavior exaggeratingly, they might feel really bad. So we need to be careful when we use this skill. Third question. Do you think we can give a good feeling from a question? Question?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, we can. And I'm giving now. I'm giving a good feeling now. But we need to ask a question in a little bit different way though. We usually, whenever we ask some questions, we usually use this pattern. Do you like blah 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 blah? Can we give a good feeling using this pattern?
No.
Yeah. No, we can't. It's so general. Just guess what they're interested in and say. In simple language, do not ask what's your hobby, and ask like that. I'm guessing you like soccer. I'm guessing you like cooking. Like that. If you're right, this can be a great success, or not. You can get a better effect according to your reaction. I'm guessing you like reading. You like reading.
No, I like game.
Listen. And then he said, I don't like reading. And then, oh really? I thought you really like reading because you have a lot of expression in your words and you speak logically. So I thought you read a lot of books. And I'm guessing you like reading.
No.
I'm guessing you like reading.
No.
I'm guessing you like reading. Sorry. I'm guessing you like reading.
Yeah,
Yes. Oh, I like reading too. When I have a time, I usually read a book in my house. Why don't we go to the library together? Like this, I asked the same question to you guys, and I heard the different answer. And I reacted in different way, and I gave a good feeling to both of them. Right? Backtracking. Can you believe we can make endless and pleasant conversation if we just repeat someone's word like a parrot? Even though if you don't have bond of sympathy with someone, you can talk with them without any problems. This is backtracking. Here's some example. Can you read this? A part.
I will expect to go to ski. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Can you read this? A part.
I really expect to go to a ski resort this winter.
Double thing? No. Just say. I'm gonna extract 3 keywords from his word. Expect ski resort this winter. And then I can make a lot of answers using those keywords. And then we can establish a rapport. Okay, let's do it spontaneously. What did you do last night? Too short tonight.
I went to a conversation site.
Conversation club.
Yes.
Oh.
Now,
How can you join their conversation club? Like that. Like that, you can establish a rapport when we need some word. Double bind. Suggestion is pretty hard, isn't it? If you want to give a suggestion which we can refuse it, use double bind. Just make a suggestion which you want to fact first, and ask after suggestion. Here is an example. Here is the best example for double bind. When you order salad burger set, if you add $1, you can choose a big size French fries or a large size Pepsi. Which one would you like? And Obama said, "A large Pepsi, please." She already assumed that he would add $1 for large Pepsi, and it worked. This is a kind of popular business skill we can meet every day. And then, how can you adopt this skill to love? They're so nice match, right?
Oh my god.
He asked, which one is easier for you, week or weekend? And she said, weekend. He used same pattern as a clock. He assumed that she is going to go out with him together. And Leon gave just 2 choices, and she didn't get a burden. So she asked without any difficulty. It's really easy. Why I learned this stuff? When I was young, when I was 17 years old, I was really short. 162. At the time, I loved a girl named Rosa Kim. Yeah, she's a Korean, not Canadian. Rosa Kim. And she didn't accept me because I was really short. and I didn't know how to interact with girls. So I was really very depressed, but at the time, one of my friends had great knowledge about love. Love psychology. So he let me know, and finally, I got a girlfriend. Not Kino-san, but I got a girlfriend. That was such a miracle in Korea. If man is short in Korea, and it's really, really hard to make a girlfriend in Korea. Yeah. Me too. But usually we think appearance is the best way for getting a girlfriend or boyfriend. But it's not true. If we establish a rapport with someone, we can get a girlfriend or boyfriend easily. And one more thing. Maybe all of you want to make a nice, get a nice boyfriend or girlfriend. But how? How can you get a nice partner? The answer is be a nice person. If you become a nice person, and then you can get a nice partner. I was really If you have a question, or if you want to be close with me, here's my number. Call me maybe.
That was really good. Yeah, I think I've got this now. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna give it a try. I think I've got it now. I think I've understood. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna give it a try. So, if you date me for $1 more, you can get a large fry. I guess we'll have to talk later. Let's find out from the judges how you do. Let's start with Michelle.
Okay, as you can tell with your audience, they were extremely engaged and you had a lot of humor. And I could tell the humor comes very naturally, which is really good. So you can take that as one of your niches. And remember, like, you can really use it as part of your niche throughout your life, or converting with becoming conversing with people when you have conversations, or presenting, because that will come very naturally for you. And with the evaluation forms that we were provided, I just want to touch on a few. I really liked your slide transitions, and why I say that is they aligned with your content very well, like very terrific. And I'll give you an example, like when you started and you had the brain and then you had the heart. You spoke about thinking and love. So you see how they intertwine very well with the actual picture. And then speaking of pictures, they were very creative that it led to not only engage them, but it helped to flow. And flowing definitely impacted your eye contact. Your eye contact was amazing throughout your whole presentation. And I find that your game that you did opened eyes, including my own, because it led to open-mindedness, as Joe was mentioning earlier. Just playing that one game alone. And last but not least, I would say the only suggestion I would say at your beginning of the introduction, it was a little quick. It was a little quick. However, you can tell your conclusion just hit the nail on the head. Hit the nail on the head. So you did an amazing job.
That was excellent. I think everyone is definitely in agreement. That was a good presentation. That was my point. The only thing I was going to say is that the beginning was a little bit rushed, and we practiced pausing for emphasis and leaving people in suspense a little bit. But you did that near the end. You sort of got into your swing near the end, and you pulled the persona off of being not exactly likable for the audience, but likable in a sort of a player kind of way. You played the audience very well, and I think they enjoyed it because you got laughs where there wasn't a scripted joke there. You were just getting laughs after a while, so you could tell that the ice was broken and everyone was comfortable with it. And then after you laugh, you're able to really open up to the material. So it was a great presentation overall. Great props. The blue apple. I can't remember the last time I saw a blue apple.
How'd you do that? You colored it?
Yeah, it's very true.
Oh, it's a secret. Don't give your secret. So no, he genetically designed a blue apple just for this performance. Okay, so yeah, everything about it was right. It just felt right. So I wanted to say one more thing. You can tell when the audience, when you got past your introduction and you got to your first jokes, then it went well from that point on. So I hope you're happy with it, Leon. You did a great job.
Very articulate.